What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get. And today, we have something very special cooking up. We're going to be reacting to an album from a few years back from Italian band Måneskin called Ballo Della Vita. Måneskin is a fairly new rock band that originated back in 2016 in Rome. Very Italian-like. The band consists of Damiano David as the lead singer, Thomas Raggi as the guitarist, Victoria De Angelis on the bass, and Ethan Torchio on the drums. While they did start off performing on the streets, they really hit their stride in 2017 when they became finalists for the Italian X Factor. And then a few more years later, they just took the world by storm when they won the 2021 Euro Song Contest. The song that got them crowned, Zidi e Buoni. But of course, everyone here in America probably knows them best for their viral TikTok song, Beggin'. A song from 2017 that's actually a cover of the Four Seasons from the late 60s. And with just how strongly they've crossed over into America, I figured it's time that I really dig into their discography and see what they're all about. I figured this would be pretty fun since Måneskin did help me score my very first YouTube short to reach 1,000 views, and to this day it's still gaining a pretty big amount, so thank you guys. But yeah, this is just a little end of the year treat that I wanted to surprise you guys with, and hopefully you have fun. Of course, I do want to give a shout out to Jess and Zena of Trans Girl Therapist, who are currently supporting me on Patreon, which you guys can do yourselves. The link is going to be on screen. Thank you guys once again. I am very appreciative of the support, and I cannot wait to see how my channel flourishes next year. And now, let's get into the album. Track number 1, New Song. Has a little bit of funk to it. I like it. I just love how the guitar just comes in right just in the first verse like that. My boy's making a plea with his lady. Now tonight I ain't gonna be yours, baby. You're gonna be mine. Ooh! Yes! I love that drum. I love how they just switch up the drumming a little bit. There's some more intensity. Ooh! They're now snapping along with me. Okay. So we are really starting things off interesting here. This one was a lot funkier than I would have expected from the band, and I am sort of questioning if this is something that they actually made themselves. Like I was saying that during the reaction. I believe it actually is an original track of theirs. I can't find any notes in Genius saying that it was made by someone else, which is really freaking impressive. But yeah, he's just trying to emphasize to this girl clearly that, you know, tonight I'm not going to be yours, you're going to be mine. You know, I'm taking over what we're taking care of tonight. If you know what I mean. And I just love that shredding guitar. It sounds great. And yeah, the funk is just too much, and that really did stand out to me. So we're off to a great start. Track number 2, Toni Akasa. It's very slow with its acoustic guitar. His singing is just so majestic. You can really tell that he's connecting with the lyrics. Oh, violin composition, our old friend. Ooh. I really like the piano coming in. There's more emotion in Damiano's voice. It just, he has all these pent-up feelings that he's just unleashing now. All the rock elements have now come together and are making, and we're just back to quiet with the acoustic guitar. Oh, but now we're back to the same composition as before. Yeah, he's just belting it out at this point. Okay, so Toni Akasa, our second track. That one I sort of liked the way how the production started off very sort of soft and quiet, sort of built up as the runtime was going, and like the way the guitar and the drums just slam together is so... it's such an earworm. There wasn't that huge, big climactic moment that I was waiting for, but, you know, with the way that all the instruments came together, it was nice to listen to. Okay, so it seems like from the English translation of the lyrics, he's singing about a girl that he met at his lowest, and they had a really good life together, but something went wrong down the road that Alice and the Mad Hatter walked, if you would call it, and now he is pleading for her to come back. Yeah, and you can really sense that through the emotion that he sang with, how he became more and more agitated and frustrated throughout the run. and it really did show in the instrumentation as well. So yeah, I think that one was fine. You know, I don't think it's like blowing my mind or whatnot, but it's fine. Track number 3, L'Autre Dimension. We're singing a little faster right now. Woo! 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 Got a little spice up in the mix. Drums joining the party, the festive. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, the percussion is just stepping it up. Ooh, string section joining the Latin tune. I just love the very distinct plucking of the guitar. Hey! Oh! Hey! Oh! Ooh! Violin giving us a great finale. L'Autre Dimension. That was our 3rd track, and ooh, we got a little party song going on there, guys. That was like a much more Spanish-influenced kind of song. A culture that I'm sure that the band members have gotten a little taste of. And honestly, it just had a very sort of welcoming atmosphere to it, something that makes you want to boogie. And I was just so really just dancing in my seat to that one. Okay, so according to the lyrics, what we seem to have here is the lead singer, Damiano, singing about how he just wants to escape to another world because everything just feels so bleak and lifeless and cruel in the world that he currently lives in. And he wants a world where the color is pink and nothing but pink. Sort of like the Pink Panther. They even dropped the name of the album in the song, Ballo Della Vita. That translates to the Dance of Life. And yeah, they certainly lived up to that title, if you know what I mean. Yeah, another good one. Track number 4, Shit Boulevard. Yeah, I'm sure that's how most people feel these days. This is another sort of funky one. Sort of like a 70s influence. Ooh! Ooh, that little falsetto. This really does kind of feel like you're sort of flying to the sky a little, you know, in a funky sort of way. This drumming is just so distinct. I just love the beat he's just singing on. Okay, so that was Shit Boulevard. That one really is another sort of like dancing in your seat type of track. Like, oh yeah, look at me, do my little dance. Yeah, it seems like that one is just another track where Damiano is just sort of fed up with the world, either with society or a girl that he's seeing, and he just wants to fly away and just get away from all of the shit. But yeah, that one, I also just love that third verse that he really just goes off on, where he's just talking about how he's constantly reaching for the stars, even if he is in a very sort of low predicament. And you have to be inspired by that. It's really cool. So yeah, props to you guys. I really did like that one. Track number 5, Fear for Nobody. The drumming is really getting to my ears. I'm begging for you! Yo, this is something that really gets you in the good spirit. Ooh! That little melody the guitar snuck in with. Backing vocals harmonizing with Damiano. I have no fear for nobody. Okay, Fear for Nobody. That one had a lot of energy going for it. I really dug that one. It was super fun. I just love the thumping drumming at the beginning and the way it just kicks up at the chorus. It's just so energetic. And it's a really good song about confidence. The way he just bangs on his chest, ready to fight, and how he doesn't fear nobody, and how he's just gonna go for what he wants and not let anything stop him. It really does put you in that sort of good mood. Sometimes he may have low confidence because he's always like begging his soul to tell him who he is, but at the end of the day, he just doesn't care because he is that confident, and I like that. So you guys are fucking great for that. Track number 6, Le Parole, latine. Sort of like an old Western acoustic guitar here. Gotta love that raspy voice he sings with right there. Ooh! Ooh, the epic build up right there to the chorus. How edifying. Sort of like that pop mix they sort of use as they're entering the second verse. And I just love how the drumming has sort of joined in with the production. On the verses at least. Yo, this is something for live performances. If there's ever anything for live performances. Okay, so that was our 6th track, Le Parole, Latine. And I gotta say, that one is really cool. It has a great live feel to it. I bet this is something that they do very well with at concerts. I sort of like the acoustic guitar that's accompanied with Damiano's voice. Like, I think that's Thomas doing that work. You're doing great work there, Thomas. And yeah, the drumming is great on that one too. I love the bass work. Yeah, and the way he just lets loose with his voice at the end, super, super awesome. Okay, so with some of the lyrical content, I think it's about a relationship that Damiano is sort of like becoming distant from. It literally translates to the distant words. And he is just saying how, like, she's gonna be forgotten over time and how the papers won't even mention you. I'll talk about you in conversations you won't even know about. Like, I think he's being a little cold here. Like, what the hell? Of course, like, the way he words himself and the delivery also just makes it for such grand experience, if you would call it. But yeah, I think this one's pretty interesting. I think there's a lot of, like, venom to it in a sort of way. But yeah, I really do like that one, so good job. Track number 7, Immortal, featuring Vegas Jones. Ooh! Starting off with a really classic sort of guitar riff. Ooh, this one has like a little bite to it. Like a little bit of aggressiveness. I think this is Vegas Jones. Has like a little bit of a trap going on now. You hear that little vocalist in the background, sort of adding a little bit of a pop mixture to it. Like when they're performing this in the crowd, I assume that this is the part everyone claps along to. Okay, so that was Immortale. And I really did like the hardcore nature of that song. Like the way the shredding guitar just carries the whole tune. Just feels freaking badass. I didn't give enough props to the drumming, which I also thought was very distinct, so good job on you, Ethan. When you read the English translation of the lyrics, it's about him wanting to become immortal and how he wants to lead his people and how he just wants to, like, show everyone what he's made of. Some of these lines in here are pretty hilarious. The earth isn't enough for me, now I want another planet. Like a planet dedicated to me, Damiano. He wants people to look at him as if he's a common star, almost like the sun, and how he just wants that much praise and admiration from the public. And a little bit of a grandiose statement to make there, but I think it's well earned considering where they are now. So yeah, it's a pretty fun song and it really, really shreds. I can't wait to revisit that one. Track number 8, Lasciami Stare. Ooh, I love that bass line. Working with the guitar. Yo, this is something that's really, really something to get down to. Ooh! 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 That nice little groove there. Yo, drumming. Freaking amazing. Yo, Tommy. That guitar playing is something else. It's something else. You got something going on. The way he just freaking yells. Oh my god. Okay, so Lasciami Stare. Wow, that one had a nice little dancing beat to it. I sort of liked getting down to that one. The guitar work is just great. Like Thomas Raggi, bro, you are really good at your job. Of course, I gotta give a shout out to Victoria. You're also doing great with the bass. You gotta keep that up. Really, everyone did a great job, but I want to highlight Tommy and Victoria, so I hope you mind if I call him Tommy. So, what appears to be going on in the lyrical content when I translate it to English is that Damiano is writing about how he feels like a free bird. He feels like his spirit is on the loose because he's able to like write songs and perform them and sing them for the people while everyone else is just tied to handcuffs and feels like they're trapped in a marionette. And he's able to fly away and break away from all that. Which, I guess there's some truth there. He is a world-famous rock star now. But yeah, that one is a really, really fun song. I really like the beat, the way they constructed everything. It's like in my head right now. Yeah, I gotta return to that one. It's so great. Track number 9, Are You Ready? Alright, we got a little bit of a bass piano right now. Yo, this is like a reggae-influenced song. Yo, that beat. Kind of mixes rock a little bit with some reggae. I mean, I'm already grooving in my chair, so I guess. He wants to do it for the art, if you would call it. Whoa, those little, like, fat horns right there. Okay, so that was Are You Ready? And that was the reggae-influenced song. I think I remember reading about that as I was researching the album. And it's just him asking his significant other if she's ready to take a little dance and see if she's ready to get down. It's pretty straightforward. Do they do the reggae elements justice? Well, I think that, they had the right groove and, like, the right structure. I'm not really one to say, but, it's fine. So, I don't know if it's going to be my favorite track on the album. In fact, it might be pretty low on my ranking, but for what it is, it's okay for now. Track number 10, Close to the Top. Yo, I love that riff right there. Yeah, another song about fighting for glory. The way the drums just kicked it right there. You're driving me crazy, baby. Oh, yes. Camaraderie. Love that. Ow! Like a freaking wolf. Now we're taking it real quiet after all that excitement. Ooh! Ooh, the key change! The fucking key change! Let's go! Whoa, yes. Yes. Oh my god. Wow, what the fuck was that? Yo, close to the top. Yo, I'm close to bursting of it. Oh my god. Yo, we just started off so hardcore with the drumming at the beginning and the singing from Damiano, and then when those drums just freaking crescendo, that's when it all just lets loose. It's so energized. I love it. Oh, that one just really got a sweat out of me. And I cannot wait to see what else we have going on in this record, because that was good. Good shit. Track number 11, Nienze de Duri. I love this acoustic guitar with this clapping effect. Ooh, we got a little bit of a trap beat going on right now. Ooh, they got a little bit of a pop mix going on right there. Ooh. Ooh, that's very smooth. It's very smooth with its sound. Damn. I love how that octave structure comes in. For some reason, I feel like this is something Ed Sheeran would perform for his fans when he's at a concert. Of course, I have to ask for the band's permission. Ooh, you can hear the electric guitar coming in a little bit. Sort of starting to join the party. Yeah! That was Nienze de Dure, and I really do think that one had a little bit of a nice groove to it. I do like the acoustic guitar at the beginning and how they bring in the electric guitar towards the end to add a little bit of a shredding feel to it. The trap beat was also an interesting idea. I did not expect them to play with that, but I don't think it brought down the song too much. When you translate the words into English, it's called Nothing to Say, and it's kind of him talking about how he feels like he wants to fly, but sometimes there's a lot of trials and tribulations you have to go through, and how he feels the need to like sort of trudge through all of that if he wants to make it into the spotlight. He wants his girl Marlena to join him on the journey, and together they'll be able to make something out of their lives. You know, they can reach the high life, if you would call it, and you know, you gotta respect that. So props to you, Damiano. I think you really hatched something beautiful there, along with the rest of the team. You guys are great. And now let's see what their closing track has to offer us, shall we? Track number 12, Maro Dare. Ooh, the guitar and drums work in unison. I like that. Oh, the crescendo and drums. I gotta appreciate those. Damiano, man. Ooh. Love that drumming. Yo, he's just singing with some passion right now. Man. Okay, so that was Maro Dare. And yo, I gotta say, it's a pretty good way to end the record. I kind of like the passion he's singing with towards the end. I really love the crescendoing drums, and the guitar riffs are great. Bass line, I think, did some great work too. I'm not gonna ignore you, Victoria. But everything totally worked in unison, and it was so freaking amazing. I can't get enough of that. Lyrical translation tells you that it's I'll die as a king. It seems to be another song about how he wants to rise to stardom and how he feels that, you know, he needs to really make it, you know, in a way. Be sure to put on your fishnet tights or your high heels and dress in black, because you are going to be living in luxury. You're going to be fancy. Everyone's going to look up to you. You're going to be seen as like a queen, you know, and I'm going to be the king. He's really painting a picture of a luxurious lifestyle, and he really seems to show off a lot of ambition on here and on the rest of the album, which I think is really interesting. And on that note, I think I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back later. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the album after I give it a second listen, so bear with me. Alright, I am back and I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on Måneskin's Ballo Della Vita. I gotta say, I was a little scared that I wasn't gonna appreciate this record enough, since I don't exactly speak Italian. I was more of a French student back in grade school, or at least tried to be. But you know what? This album was pretty amusing even though I only speak English. I find that in the album, Damiano and friends are looking to seek for a path of glory, and how they're gonna ride through the storm and hike through the peaks and valleys in order to achieve it. This can be understood after they reached an entirely new mass audience with their X Factor appearance. They're destined to bring artistry to the world. As it turns out, that Marlena girl they kept mentioning isn't even a real person. She's an imaginary friend that's supposed to represent freedom, life, and creativity. She ain't Damiano's girlfriend. But it's cool for them to sort of have a fictional character that serves as a symbol for their work. I also find it interesting how they experiment with all the different styles, like the Spanish sound on L'Ultra Dimension, the reggae beat on Are You Ready, and the hip-hop production on Nienze, Da Dire. I also found myself surprised with how groovy some of these tracks were. Like, this is my pose throughout the whole video. Every band member does their part beautifully. Thunderous drumming from Ethan, Vittoria with their sick bass line, Thomas making a hit with his guitar, and of course, Damiano just belting out those vocals. The guy sings with such passion, and I can see how they made it so far in Italy's X Factor. This album has so many enjoyable moments, and it's just one look at what Måneskin has to offer. I give El Ballo Della Vita a 7.5 out of 10. My favorite tracks in the album would have to be Close to the Top, Fear for Nobody, Las Ghiami Stare, and Maro Dare. My least favorites would have to be Are You Ready and La Parole latine. And I think that just about does it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this album listen. It was really fun. Hope it served as a great treat for the end of the year. If you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Twitter, my Twitch, and my TikTok. The links are going to be in the description. And be sure to check me out on Patreon as well. You can give me some great support in return for some great rewards. But I think that's just about where we're going to wrap up. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be setting, but I hope you were able to soak up those drops. Take care.